Hey guys,
Hey everybody.
today is day 12 of the Halloween movie challenge, and we just finished watching Friday the 13th.
Please excuse my big blanket. It's very, very chilly.
Yes, it is chilly today.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, this was an iconic character, Jason. Although with this first movie, um, it's not him, which is kind of a bummer because I watched this movie many, many years later because obviously it came out in 1978. So I don't know, I watched it probably like late 90s. So I was kind of disappointed to see that Jason actually wasn't really in the movie.
Yeah.
It was actually his mother, for those of you that don't know. Um, this movie was filmed almost like a mystery movie, like who
Yeah.
done it kind of movie, because every time someone was killed, it was the camera was always from the perspective of the murderer, the eyesight, and I want to start off by saying it's a good movie. I personally don't think it aged as well as like the first Halloween movie.
I agree.
I think the first Halloween movie was more enjoyable, but this was still good. I mean, it's definitely not a bad film. Um, Another thing that this movie has too is there's a lot of like kills and stuff like that that you have to kind of just not really think too much about because, like I told you, it's the mom that's going around killing these people, and there's certain things that just a little old lady, not old lady, but an older woman wouldn't really be able to
Yeah.
do. Like for example, we have young Kevin Bacon in this movie, by the way, which that's awesome. Young Kevin Bacon in the first Friday the 13th movie, young Johnny Depp in the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, Kevin Bacon's character is laying in the bunk bed, and he just finished, you know, having fun with his girlfriend there.
Yeah.
And I guess the mom just kind of chilled under the bed the whole time while they were doing it, and she was able to, after the girlfriend leaves, she was able to reach up around the bed, get him, like, hold on to his forehead and still push an arrow
Yeah.
up through the bottom of a mattress and through his neck. Now the kill was cool, but that's something that I can't imagine.
It's super unrealistic.
I don't even know if like a full, like a strong guy could do it. You know what I mean? Like a guy like that's
Hmm.
a bodybuilder, in his prime. I don't even know if he could do something like that with one hand, push an arrow through a mattress and a guy's neck while holding him down. So
Yeah.
like there's little things like that that you kind of have to just not think about. You got to kind of overlook those things. Um, but I mean, still a classic movie.
Hmm.
Still
This
fun.
was actually my first time watching it.
Yeah, because you kept asking me
Yeah.
who did it. Um, because you can tell it's not Jason. Because when you see the other Friday the 13th films, it's different. It's just, I don't know. I can't really explain. Like they'll show Jason.
Well, for people that don't know, his mom were killing these people for two reasons. One, she didn't want the park to open up again, and two, she's trying
The
to
camp,
avenge her son.
right? The camp you're talking about.
Yeah, the camp. Did I say
Yeah,
camp?
you said park, but
Oh,
yeah, the
sorry.
camp, and yeah,
Sorry,
she wanted to
everyone.
avenge the son.
Bear with me in this video. I'm a little bit tired. But the camp, she does not want the camp to open back up
Yep.
ever since her son's death. Um, so that's one reason. Then she's trying to avenge him. Because you'll notice that she's like almost like on a mental. She's a basket case. She was talking to herself. She could apparently like almost like hear him tell her to kill these people.
Yeah, yeah. At the end,
So yeah,
once you figure out who it is,
she didn't want the camp to open.
yeah,
Um, and she just wanted to avenge him. To avenge him.
yeah, and then like in the beginning, there's definitely some strange parts in this. Like in the very beginning, you have the truck driver there. There's a counselor that's showing up, and when she shows up, she first of all doesn't have a ride to the camp. Apparently, she's just out of luck, she's got to like hitchhike like 20 miles or something like that.
Yeah, it's an
So
insane amount.
yeah, so that's kind of weird. Like, you can't even give the lady a bus. But there's a truck driver that's willing to help her. They meet that the crazy guy. I forgot his name now. But
Ralph.
Ralph, yeah, they meet him. He's like spooking the girl. The truck driver tells him to go away, stop spooking the girl. But then they get in the truck, they start driving. He starts spooking the girl. Starts telling her to quit. And there's been like 2 deaths at the camp and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's like, you just told the other guy not to creep her out, but so that way you can do it. I guess he wanted to creep her out himself. I don't know.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Um, Not particularly my taste, but it was a good movie. I'm glad I watched it because you've watched all of them, right?
I think I don't remember 2 of them really well, which was I believe 9 and 10, or no, actually I saw 10. 10 was not
Because
very
if I
good.
watch this movie, I don't remember at all. I feel like I would have remembered.
Yeah. Um, I mean, it's definitely worth checking out because it shows you where the whole thing started. Um,
Just take it with a grain of salt because of how old it is.
yeah, like I said, it was like 78. Um, and it's still a cool movie. It's like the beginning of like the whole slasher style film, especially for Jason. Because, like I said, he doesn't even show up in this movie. It shows him as a little kid at the end when he kind of has that jump scare, but that's pretty much it. We don't see him after that. I mean, they don't even give him the hockey mask, I think, until the third movie.
Really?
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, the second movie he's in it, but he has like a bag on his head. We'll have to watch the second one, but pretty sure he has a bag on his head the whole time. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's still cool. It's Jason. It's Friday the 13th. It's the beginning. It's how it all started. So, definitely a good one to check out. And
I would recommend it.
yeah, I still enjoyed it. But like I said, just don't think too much about it because there are things in it you're gonna be like, how can someone, how can an older lady do this? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
when you watch it, just keep in mind and remember how long ago it was made.
Yeah, like if it was Jason, then that's different because he has like superhuman strength anyway. So if it was him, then fine. But his mother doesn't have any powers or anything. She's just a regular woman, so
Yeah,
an
exactly.
older woman. So she shouldn't be able to do these things. And there was even certain parts where we kind of get like glimpses of like her shadow or whatever. And it didn't look like her. It looked like a guy. So,
Yeah.
but But all right, yeah. I mean, this is a short video, guys. I mean, like I said, it came out in '78. It's a classic. It's worth checking out, um, especially if you're a Jason fan. I mean, if you're a Jason fan, you probably did already check it out.
Yeah. This
But
was my first time watching it. It was good. I mean, I enjoyed it.
yeah, it's like I said, it's how everything started. Because then from this point on, pretty much all the Jason movies take place after this, and a lot of them even like have little things from this one, like at the end when the mom gets her head cut off.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, she cuts her head.
Yep, with the machete.
Yeah. Well, in a lot of the Jason movies after this one, there's always some form of the mom's head
Yep.
in there. They always put it in there, or he sees the mom in uh, almost like flashbacks or hallucinations, whatever you want to call them. So they all bounce right off of this first one. Like they definitely use this one as a stepping stone.
Yep,
So,
I agree.
I mean, it's worth checking out. I mean, it was fun. It's only an hour and a half long, and it's you get to see young Kevin Bacon. See him in the beginning when he was, before he was really popular, and
Kevin Bacon.
yeah. Oh, and another thing too, the Jason in this Jason movie, a lot of women stripped down even for random
Yeah.
moments. They're just they're like bra and panties half the times. So. Even even when it's not really
It's just
necessary.
so funny how things work in the older movies, where you like. Obviously, the thing you guys are gonna find if you watch this movie is the kill scenes are actually funny.
They don't even show some of them.
No, they don't.
Just do like the cutaway,
Yep.
like the woman screams or whoever screams, and then it just cuts away.
Yep.
And then it comes back, and the person. Like I said, this is. I mean, you can tell this was their first shot at it. They probably didn't have a big budget, and they just did what they could.
Before a low, it seems like a low budget. It was still a good movie.
Yeah.
And I really do recommend, if you haven't seen it, try it out.
But see, that's the thing. That's where this one and Halloween, in my opinion, are very different. They're similar in certain ways, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Halloween didn't have a huge budget either. But they just did it smaller and just I don't know. In my opinion, I think they did it better.
Yeah.
I personally would rather watch Halloween again over watching the first Friday the 13th. I might be alone on that one, but I just think it was
No, I
great.
agree with you.
I mean, I would personally put like Halloween as like an A, and then Friday the 13th as like a B.
Yes.
So it's still good. It's still really, really good, but I would just prefer Halloween. I'm a little biased because I do like Michael Myers a little bit more, and it helps that he's actually in the movie. That's
yeah,
the thing.
I like him more.
Like if we would
I
watch
do.
this back in '78, actually no, '78 might have been Halloween. I think this one was 1980. So if we would have watched this back when this first came out, then we wouldn't know anything because we wouldn't know who Jason is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we would just be watching this movie called Friday the 13th and just taking it in for what it is. But because we're watching it so many years later, we know that there's a character named Jason. We know the the iconic hockey mask. So when you sit down as a younger audience member and rewatch these old films, you're not taking it in the same way they released. Because when they released in theaters, no one knew about the hockey mask. Even the creators didn't know about the hockey mask until about the third movie.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's a major difference is if we watched it back then, maybe I'd feel different about it. But I'm not. I'm watching it now, and I want Jason, and I don't get Jason. Whereas with Halloween, it's the first Halloween. You want Michael Myers, you get Michael Myers. He is in that movie, and he is the main killer in that movie. So either way, though, still awesome. Still very happy to watch
Recommend it.
Still recommend it. It's still fantastic.
Absolutely.
But all right, guys, that's it for us. Nice short one today.
Yeah.
So
we want to say again that we appreciate you guys watching the videos, the support. We love doing this.
Yep.
We'll think of a good movie tomorrow.
Yeah, there's so many out there. There's only 31 days in October.
31, yeah.
So I mean, realistically, we'll be able to do like 1,000 of these because there's so many horror movies.
Just make sure before you guys, close out of the video, make sure that you hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss any of the videos we put out.
Yeah, and please like, comment, and subscribe, of course.
Have a good night.
Good night, guys. Thank you.